Hello everyone and welcome back to MixBuzz TV mixing and mastering tutorials on YouTube. In this quick video I want to show you a real mix automation move that I used in this mix to solve a pretty common but very specific problem, and also to give you an example of how detailed the automation work can be in a mix. You know, I think automations are one of the most important thing in a mix, but since we can't do a generic video on it, I will give you as many examples as I can on different elements and situations on real mixes like this one to give you a general idea of how automation really are the core of a mixing engineer work, and not everything can be done automatically by plugins or the DAW. Automation done right is what separates a good mix from a great one. A mix is never static. But before we start, let me remind you that if you're watching this video at the time of its release, January 2016, we are about to have a massive plugin giveaway to celebrate 20,000 subscribers. Thank you. Many great companies gave us a bunch of licenses for some of their best plugins to give them to you guys. The giveaway will take place on MixBuzz TV Facebook page as soon as we actually hit 20,000 subscribers. So we are almost there, so help us out by sharing videos, link our channel on social media, forums, blogs, and spread the word so we can start giving these great plugins away. All the details will be on MixBuzz TV Facebook page, but let's get to our video. This is a single that I mixed for the band Rumor Nero for Virgin Radio. The last mix that I've done for this band went #1 on Virgin Radio, so let's hope this one will as well. But the point is, the song hasn't been released yet, so I can't play you the whole thing. But it's okay for the purpose of this video and technique. The drum pattern at a certain point in the song changes, and we face a 4 on the floor kick with the snare on the 2 on the 4. So in that part, we have the snare and the kick hitting at the same time. Now my compression, EQ, saturation, etc., my static mix on the drum was good for the whole song, but in that part, every time the snare hit at the same time as the kick, the transient, the snap, was too much. This shows you how a static mix doesn't work for the entire song. In this part, the sum of snare and kick hitting at the same time made the whole drum sound unglued to the rest of the elements, and kick and snare weren't blended nicely like in the rest of the song. So this was the perfect time to sit down and draw some automations. As usual, I don't have the hardware that I used to mix this track with me here, so the final mix sounds different, but again, I can't play you the final product anyway because it's not released yet. It will be released soon, and you will find the final mix on our SoundCloud page. As any other mix, when they are finished, they are uploaded there so you can listen to the final product. So this is not gonna be like a mind-blowing mixing trick or anything like that. Let me play you the chorus. So here is okay. Now you have the 4 on the floor. So without going into detail of all that we have in this mix, all the green tracks are drum tracks, and I'm sending kick and snare also to this aux bus, which is my parallel compression, and in a second you will see why that's important. So as you can see here, when the 4 on the floor starts, this EQ, it bypasses and activates. Take a look. And let's take a look at the automation, which you can see here is 1 hit activated when the snare is playing, 1 hit activated when the snare is not playing. This is the kick drum track. And let's take a look at the EQ itself. I'm just cutting 8 dB with a 24 dB per octave bell at around 4K. So when we play this part, the plugin, simply bypass and unbypass. Removing this range here around 4-5K from the kick drum when it plays in sync with the snare. Let's solo the kick drum and listen to what it does. It's not night and day difference, but there's more. Let's play with the snare with the automation on. Without it. So it's subtle, but it does make a difference. And there's more, like I said. I'm sending the kick drum and the snare to my parallel bus compression. So let's solo the parallel kick and drum compression, and let me turn the volume up so you can hear it well. So as you can hear, the parallel compression for kick and snare is very clicky. And this is the send fader of the kick drum to that parallel compression bus. And if we take a look at it here, I also automated that. So we have the EQ automation and the send. So in this case, I'm not sending every other hit of the kick to the parallel compression. Let's turn off the automation and listen to how it sounds. Now let's turn it up and solo the whole drum. Let's turn off the automation again. I hope you can hear it from YouTube. Now it should make sense. The whole hit, snare and kick together, they are too clicky when the automation is off. Let's go from a little earlier. With the send and the EQ automation on. Is extremely simple to do, is nothing technical, but is a matter of recognizing that the static mix in that specific part when there's the floor on the floor kick doesn't work, and do something about it without changing the overall EQ for the mix, which was fine. Let's play the whole song with the automation on. Automation off. Let's go from a little earlier and a little later. Here's fine. Too much. Too much transient. Fine again. But if we turn the automation on, both the EQ and the parallel compression, okay, I hope it makes sense. Again, you're not listening to the final product. The vocals are muted. A lot of stuff is muted because the song is not released yet. And I'm missing some hardware piece here and there, but this shouldn't affect the concept that I'm trying to pass, which is automations are important in the macro dynamics of a mix, and also, like in this case, in micromanaging stuff like this, like a 2-bar part where the kick and the snare are playing together, and the static EQ, the static balance that you use for the whole song, it doesn't work just for those 2 bars. Like I said, making a video of all the possibility of automation is impossible, so I'll try here and there to give you real life, real mixes examples like this to show you how I use it, and hopefully to give you some ideas to experiment, to solve problems. Why not? So this is it for this video. I hope it was useful. I hope you liked it. If you did, please don't forget to click the like button. If you have any question, write it in the comment down below. As usual, join us on Facebook and Twitter to stay in touch with us, ask questions, be updated with all the new upcoming videos, news, giveaways. We have one going on right now. Please keep supporting MixBuzz TV by linking the channel and sharing the videos on social media, Facebook groups, forums, blogs. Subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.